Welcome, everybody. Exciting day today. I've got a crypto arborist here with me, and we're going to be doing a special surprise stream for everybody. We've had a really explosive day. Our community is about tripled in size in the last 4 or 5 hours. So I figured,
literally.
I figured, we have to welcome all these amazing new community members to the G Blue Depth ecosystem, and just welcome you guys, show you guys what everything's all about, how to get involved, how to get deeper involved, and talk about a bunch more. So welcome, everybody. Let me make sure my stream is working. Oh, good thing I checked. My abstract stream was not started. Oh, there we go. Should be good now. All right, let's just make sure. Can you guys on Abstract portal just send a message just to let me know that you guys can see the stream? Oh, back online. Yep, we're good to go. Yeah, so let me just repeat that intro again. I just wanted to say that, our community has about tripled in size in the last couple hours, largely due to the amazing work of the Abstract team and listing Depth as an official perk of AGW Gold. So I, want to officially welcome everybody to our community, all the new members. As well, anyone that wasn't able to qualify with AGW Gold, there is another way that you can still mint for free and get involved. So we'll definitely go over that in detail during the stream. So yeah, welcome everybody. So I guess firstly, the reason for the growth today, a lot of you are probably aware, but on the Abstract Global Wallet portal, we're now officially listed as a perk of being AGW Gold status. And I think, I'm not sure what the latest data is, but I saw something today. There's about 11,000 users that are in AGW Gold. I previously heard there was 20,000, so I'm not sure if one of those numbers is a little bit out of date. But either way, a ton of people just qualified for a free Depth mint. So really happy to welcome you guys all into the community, and we got something really special for you guys. And it's really early. I think Depth only launched about 10 days ago, so still the very early days. One of the reasons that I brought a crypto arborist on the stream is I know he's really enjoying his time in Depth, so figure he can share his experience.
Yeah, it's been pretty darn good. I will say that. You guys see the visual that I'm going to show you just from the stream that we had last night, to where we were covering Depth protocol. This will blow your socks clean off.
Yeah. So firstly, I definitely want to thank the Abstract team for their support and them listing Depth as an official perk. We're looking forward to working even deeper and deeper with Abstract to, work as closely as we can with them to bring all the great things that we're developing to the Abstract users and to share that with the whole community. Oh, my cats are deciding to act up right now. Sorry about that. Even though I locked them in the room, but yeah, so today is really just going to be a fairly quick stream. We're going to talk about everything that you can do with Depth, how to get involved, how to mint your free position, how you can mint the position even if you don't have AGW Gold, and we're going to talk about some of the progress that we've had today, because it's been a really incredible day.
Yeah, that's putting it lightly.
So Peter, I'm going to read questions because we've got a question for you on Abstract Global Wallet streaming. So I'm not sure if you can see those, so I'll read those out for you.
No, I can't see them.
But yeah, so someone asked, what is your tier now? So I don't know if you want to jump into that right away or if you want to get to that a bit later.
Oh, I am not scared, sir. We will jump right into it.
Okay, let me throw you. You want me to throw your screen up?
Yeah, put it up there. Okay. All right. So first and foremost, last night, guys, when we were covering Depth protocol, this blue line right here, yellow line shows the price of Depth protocol last night. That was literally about 9:45 on the chart. 9:45 p.m. last night, Central Standard Time. Here we are right here. So people are asking, what tier am I? Here you go. So I am at the Abyss.
You want to zoom in a bit on that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that better?
Much better.
So what I did is I went ahead and just pushed all the way to the abyss tier. And Aaron, I'm going to tell you, I'm glad I did it. And the way I did it is I chose to dig into my LP position because once I read exactly the impact of getting really and truly around this level will do, it is unbelievable. Because yesterday, when I was on the stream, I showed it off. The daily rate that I was at was right around $80 a day, which is good already. Now, with the price going up and also with the tokenomics in the project, I feel like this is going to hold pretty strong. I'm now at a daily rate of $125 a day. And
Wow.
we'll discuss strategy later on, but this is this is I'm glad I made this decision. So and that
Yeah.
includes the upgrade, and it includes the sacrifices all the way up to level 5. So it's a fully upgraded Abyss NFT, and I do have intentions of going. How many more is after this, Aaron? 2?
Which tier are you in? It's is that 6 or
Yeah,
5?
6.
6. So you got 3 more to go.
Okay, I'm planning on going the whole way.
Yeah, it's that's part of the reason why we introduced the leaderboard. Actually, I added a bunch of new features to the leaderboard that I can show those off today as well. Actually,
Okay.
yeah, why don't you pull that right up? So actually at the very top there, you can see the new feature, the tier distribution. I'm gonna have to go take care of this cat in a second. It's driving me crazy.
Okay. So in the abyss, so there's only 9 of us, so 0.7%. Let me this is one thing I want to stress to everybody. If you have been participating in G Blue, which I know a lot of you have, learn how to leverage your LP position to get you deeper into this, because if you run the numbers and the way this catches on with the tokenomics of the sacrifices and things of that, you can catch yourself back up fairly quickly. So don't be afraid to dive in deep on the tiers on this. Like, don't be afraid at all. It is one of the best. I will speak for myself. It is one of the best decisions I've made in DeFi in quite some time. So yes, it is working out quite well.
Well, because like a lot of times plays work out, but it's not often that like you dive super deep and then you get an explosion like within a day or two, right? So that's really great timing. But and again, our NFT mints have gone from I think about 480 to what are we
1,362 it shows.
1,362 just in the last, I don't know, maybe 6 hours or 5 hours. Like
It was
absolutely
700
incredible.
at about 2 o'clock my time, so it's flown.
Yeah, it's rocketing. And I think I still strongly believe that number can get to 10, 20,000. So, I still feel we're very early here. The protocol is only about 10 days old. I'm actually going to just switch to my screen for a second here.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's not the right screen. Hold on, let me fix that. Sorry, I messed up my screen share. 1 second. There we go. So this is the big reason for the influx of community members and all the explosive growth that we've had today. We are officially listed as a perk on AGW portal. So in addition to that, we've got a notification that went out to all AGW members letting them know a new perk is now live. So all the guys that have been working away and they've been building up their AGW tiers, everyone gold and above, which is quite a few, it's at least 11,000, maybe a lot more, they all qualify for this free mint, which just earns you free tokens. And if you click here, you see you got this beautiful graphic, and this link brings you right over to our dashboard where this is so straightforward. Like if you have an AGW connected that's gold or above, just right away you'll see an option to mint a free position, and you're already earning depth tokens immediately. So it's really that simple to get started if you're AGW Gold Plus. I'll get into it a little bit later. There is another way that you can mint for free if you're not AGW Gold Plus. Actually, let me just switch wallets to a wallet that does not have a position. 1 second.
Yeah, so Aaron, in the beginning, I paid the 125 depth or whatever it was just to get out. I didn't want to wait, and I'm glad I didn't wait.
Yeah. Yeah, so we have this cool thing here that shows you your eligibility status. So right now I'm on a wallet that's not an AGW wallet, and it shows you that this wallet's not linked to the GBlue bot. But if you just click how to qualify for free, this does break down. It still requires you to have an AGW. Basically, like, I'll let you guys read the detailed instructions for how to get this going. But essentially, all you need to do is, pop over to our GBlue Telegram. Start link. You have to link your wallet with the GBlue bot, and as long as you link an AGW wallet, you get 200 points for that. And connecting your X with the bot will give you 50 points. And just hitting that 250 point threshold will qualify you for a free mint. And this is separate from the AGW Gold mint. So this is like an alternative way that you can get a free position. And even if you've gotten an AGW Gold mint, you can still actually do this as well to get a mint on another wallet if you really want to. So this is separate from the AGW Gold perk. But, so basically nobody's excluded because anybody can get an AGW for free. You sign up with your Gmail account or any email account or with your existing wallet. So AGW is free. Most of you guys probably have X accounts. So you've already got everything you need to get going. So yeah, there's no reason that we can't get the mints up into the 10, 20,000s. And I'm excited for what that's going to do for GBlue, for depth, for abstract. Of course, all of our liquidity is on Aborian. So that's just positive all the way around.
I can tell you this, Aaron, the site's quick, it's crisp, and there have been no issues on PC or mobile for me personally. So that's been a very, very good and sharp experience.
Yeah, it's we made some huge upgrades to the site just in the last couple of days. We really wanted to give it like that professional look and feel, make it as easy as possible to understand. Nice leaderboards so that people can, compete for those top ranks and, really see where you stand. Again, this was a new addition today just to show the total mints and the breakdown of how many are in each tier. As well, you can, we've integrated AGW so you can find yourself on the list and you'll see, if you are an AGW wallet, you'll see your image, you'll see your name. Hey, Willie, what's going on, buddy? And yeah, it's, we're just, hey, there's me. I've got a couple positions, of course. Hey, Willie on Abstract, he's here. He just said hello in the Abstract portal chat.
Aaron, breaking news, we're at 1,375 souls indexed.
Wow, incredible. Incredible. Actually, I guess I don't know how I haven't shown the chart yet, or you showed the chart, but yeah, pretty incredible stuff, guys. And this is not with a small liquidity token. We have $231,000 of liquidity. So it's, it takes a pretty substantial amount of buy pressure to get that kind of movement with that kind of liquidity. Let me grab some questions. Actually, first,
Aaron, something that really stuck out with me about depth, when people buy depth and then the price goes up, what's so fascinating about this is in the tokenomics, how when you have to level up your NFT, how you actually are sacrificing token supply. So the supply is essentially being locked away. And you know how it is in crypto. You go, oh God, it's on a roll. I'm going to stand back. That's pretty solid based on the tokenomics.
100%. Actually, I'll show that in 1 second. Let me just throw a couple comments up here. Brett Hartman has the right idea. If you're watching, like the stream. Definitely like and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Let's go. Let me grab a couple comments from Amazing Growth. Darcy Donovan says, let's go. Hey, Darcy, how you doing? Getting support from Darcy. Exciting stuff. Okay, let me grab some comments from Abstract Portal because I can't throw those up on the screen. We got let's go deep. What's his tier now? We already handled that one. Wow, this is huge. Is there any limit for burning mech? No, there's no limit. These the requirements to upgrade or to sacrifice, they burn the token, and it's, we're going to burn as many tokens as people are going to spend to upgrade. So actually, let me grab this question here. What will happen to the token sacrifice, especially GBlue? So GBlue, 100% of GBlue is going to the treasury. The depth sacrifices and the depth upgrades, those are 80% burned and 20% are going to the treasury. A lot of what's going to the treasury, I'm going to get into a little bit later about bonding. So there's an alternative way that you can pick up depth tokens, and we're using that alternative way to really build thick liquidity. Peter, you've known me for a long time. I'm always about the thick liquidity.
So am I.
So we've got our main pair here with $231,000 of liquidity, but we've been building up this other pair here as well. Depth USDC, it's up to $51,000 of liquidity here as well. So yeah, we're definitely working to build the liquidity as thick as we possibly can. I'm all about more
on your stable pair, Aaron. How's that building? Is that through the sacrifices?
So that's right now that's being built strictly through bonding. So why don't I pop over to that right now? So with the depth price at just shy of 35 cents, what you can do to get depth at a discount is you can use our bonding protocol. So this is available at gbluebonds.com. This is a protocol that we built on Abstract chain for really any protocol to use. We initially used this for GBlue bonds, and I'm sure we'll use this for GBlue bonds in the future. But this was an excellent opportunity just to kind of showcase this protocol and to use it to benefit depth and the whole depth community by building thicker liquidity. So you can see we've got two bond markets open right now. One's at a 13% discount, one's at a 15% discount. So, just to quickly walk you through how that works is, say you pay 200 USDC, you get 674 depth, which is a 15.7% discount to the spot price. So you're paying 29 cents instead of 35 cents. You don't get the depth tokens immediately. There's a 2-day vesting period. So after 2 days, you'll be able to claim those tokens. So there's a lot of different strategies that people use with bonding. Some people just flip the bonds, meaning that if they see it's at a discount, they just pick up the bonds and they're just going to sell the depth once they receive it. There's nothing wrong with that. That's what some people prefer to do. But, the method that I prefer is the people that are looking to, upgrade their positions, and they say, hey, I can get my depth 15% cheaper right now. I'm going to get it in 2 days, but I get it 15% cheaper and I get it without having to pay 5% tax. So really you're getting it 20% cheaper if you look at the tax difference. So, and again, you can, if anybody wants to access this, you can simply go to the swap page, and whenever there's active bond markets, you'll have this view bonds button here, which will open up the depth page on the GBlue bond website. So that's an excellent way to pick up depth at a discount.
Nice.
Let's grab some questions here. So GBlue don't pump at the same time as depth because the burn are not the same. So interesting question. So let me address this one because I've had some questions that are similar to this. So I think this is a good one to dive into. So the main pair for depth is with GBlue, right? So if you look at the liquidity, we've got 230,000 on the depth GBlue versus 51,000 on the depth USDC. And this is the pair that we started with, right? You can see this pair is actually like 2 days older than the USDC pair. So essentially, whenever somebody's buying depth, if we just forget about that USDC pair for a second, because this is the larger pair of the two. So if $1,000 of USDC or Ethereum is going to buy depth, that has to buy GBlue in like a multi-hop swap to then buy depth, right? This all happens like transparently. Like, so for example, if I go here and I say I want to buy 1 ETH worth of depth, you can see the route is actually going to go ETH to GBlue to depth. So this is going to pump the GBlue price and it's going to pump the depth price. But the thing is that this actually kind of double pumps the depth price. And the way that works is that if you look at just the first half of this swap, it's ETH buying GBlue. So the price of GBlue goes up. Well, our main liquidity pair for depth is with GBlue. So automatically the depth price goes up when the GBlue price goes up. But then if you look at the second part of that swap, GBlue to depth, that's then increasing the ratio. So depth is now more expensive, like relative to G Blue in that ratio. So depth is benefiting from that increased ratio to G Blue, and also benefiting from the G Blue's value increasing. So you kind of, you get a bigger pump on depth. Now, again, the depth USDC pair is, kind of paring that back just a little bit, just because, as the price increases in the one pair, future swaps are, going to go through the USDC pair if that pair is cheaper, right? So like, for example, like, let's see if I put a really small number, which one? So yeah, so if I do a really small swap, you can see it's actually going to go through the other pair, right? And actually, we got a pretty cool route comparison here. So you can see you get a little bit better of an output going through the USDC pair right now. But this is very dependent on just what the price of the two pairs are at that given time. So, I mean, pretty much we've designed the site so that you just go here and swap, and it's going to figure out what the best route is for you.
And this is all while ETH is down. Imagine when ETH starts recovering.
Oh my God, it's going to be absolutely bananas, right? Because we all know that the G Blue price is super dependent on the ETH price. So ETH pumping pumps G Blue pumping pumps depth, and yeah, incredible stuff. Let's grab some more.
It's a lot of pumpage.
It's a lot of pumpage, that's for sure. And the main G Blue is with ETH, so if ETH pumps, everything goes up. Yep, Brett's reading our minds here. Yep, we just covered that, but yeah, Brett's got he's got the right idea there. Question from Abstract Portal. What do you think about token price short term? Because supply is so low and burning like crazy. It's a great question. I mean, I'll
tell you, with the sacrifices, it's going to be hard for it to go down. But that's me from everyday guys. Aaron, you're a lot smarter than me in this.
So, I mean, I think supply shock is a definite possibility. I mean, we started with 2 million depth tokens. We've already burned almost 400,000 tokens more than what's been emitted in emissions. So, I think that supply shock is a real possibility. But I mean, again, this is a reason why I introduced a second bond market today, because, and again, it's all about me being more about like sustainable price. As much as everybody wants to see depth at $2 right now, if it gets to $2, it's not going to stay there, right? There's been some guys that bought early that, might sell if it gets to, really high levels. And I think it's better to have a stable price, have a lot of liquidity, as opposed to just having a crazy pump. I mean, we've had enough buy pressure that if we didn't have this huge amount of liquidity, the price would be through the roof right now. But it's not sustainable, right? It just takes a couple guys to start selling, and the price dumps, and then then your momentum is not in the right direction. So basically, what I was getting at though is that that's why I introduced this second bond market it basically put another 100,000. This started at 100,000 capacity. It put another 100,000 tokens available for people to purchase, so that it just kind of like increased the circulating supply, I guess you could say. And again, the proceeds of this are all going into building liquidity. So it's all just for sustainability and, just having, we want this to last a very long time. We've built very sustainable mechanics, and yeah, we're just trying to build liquidity as best we can. And, it's amazing to see the price movement that we've seen, even with our huge liquidity.
Yeah, I would not be mad to see sideways for a while and keep it thick.
Well, comment from Abstract Portal, $10 soon.
Hey, get it to 10 and keep it to the right for 6 months, and I will not be mad.
Yeah, I don't think anybody would be upset about that.
No.
But I mean, there really is no limit, right? Like, we've just gotten started. The protocol is 10 days old. G Blue is a super strong, base and super strong ecosystem and protocol itself. So I think just this fun, experimental, interesting new protocol is just really what Abstract needed, what the G Blue ecosystem needed, and really what the community needed, just to have something, for one, that's free that you can just jump into, but also that, for very affordable prices, you can upgrade those first couple tiers and start earning a lot more, which actually, that's probably something I should talk about real quick, because I know a lot of guys got a free position today. So just to show you guys why a lot of people have been upgrading, or like why the price has been moving, you can see on the free position, you're making 24 cents a day. So like, so we had what, 900 mints today. So we have 900 people now that are earning 24 cents a day just for being part of Abstract. So really, really happy to bring that to all you guys. But if you look at just going to the first tier, so the cost of this has actually gone up like, I don't know, 30 or 40% since I looked last. But for $65, you can start earning $2.10 a day. If you want to go up 2 tiers and do your sacrifices, you can be earning $5.20 a day for $239. So we got this really great calculator here that you can use to just kind of figure out, what tier you want to get to. I mean, typically you're going to be best off doing the max sacrifices. So, for tier 3, you're looking at about $826. But again, with the recent developments, with the Abstract Perk, and with future collaborations, we're going to be trying to collaborate with as many projects as we can, and pushing with Abstract as well, and collaborating with Abstract as close as we possibly can. I mean, I still think this is the very beginning, and it's the costs of these upgrades could continue to rise as they have today. Oh, we got another great comment on Abstract Portal. Abstract should tweak this perk because this is the best perk ever seen in Portal. Wow. So, I mean, I haven't explored all the other perks, so I'm not sure what we're up against, but yeah, I mean, that says a lot, saying that this is the best perk that the Portal's ever seen. So that is really incredible to hear. And, I'm super proud that I was able to bring this to you guys. And, it's, we've been working hard. It's the markets haven't been the greatest, but, I've always said that, if you build the right things and you work hard enough, then, it doesn't really matter what the broader markets are doing. You can always outperform and give people something that they, really worth jumping into.
When you guys look at upgrading, don't just upgrade your NFT, and figure out a strategy to do your sacrifices maxed out as you go. Because like right now, if I jump from, so right now, if you guys are just joining, I'm the Abyss tier.
Do you want to share your screen?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay.
So I'm the Abyss tier. Huh?
Could you just zoom in a little bit?
Yes.
There you go. Yep.
All right. So I'm the Abyss tier. So watch this, guys. So look at this. So with the sacrifices checked, I'll go from 361 depth per day to 904. But if I just did the upgrade alone, it would go down to 334. So that's the importance of whenever you're doing your upgrade, make sure you have your sacrifices checked as well. And that will bring you all the way up, and it will be a tremendously good day for you. So yeah, make sure you pay attention to that, because at first, when I was just doing it in the beginning, I would just upgrade the NFT, but I wouldn't do the sacrifices. But when I go through, it's everything all at once, and I make sure I've got everything lined up.
Yeah, so that's a big reason why I changed the dashboard to work this way. Because before it wasn't as easy to see, like if you do the upgrade and your sacrifice levels drop, you didn't really see like exactly where you'd be standing. So now with this new system, you can just see exactly like, if I do the upgrade, but I don't sacrifice, well, then I better do those sacrifices soon, or else my earnings are going to drop. Right. And again, like just to explain to you guys, the sacrifices speed up how fast you earn. The upgrade is what really gives you more earnings. But like everybody wants to earn quick. This is crypto. Everybody wants to get rich overnight. So, I mean, that's why I think the sacrifices have been as popular as they've been. Like, Peter, if you want to just head over to the leaderboard for a second.
Yeah.
And you can just see how many people have max sacrificed. If you just start scrolling down a little bit, like pretty much everybody's at 5 out of 5.
Yeah. Right? Once it clicks, once you get in the protocol and you kind of work your way around, you can kind of see how to strategize and how to upgrade and really get the most bang for your buck. Cause I'm telling you that the sacrifices are everything on it. Aaron, something I was going to ask you about, and this is the perfect time to do it on the check-in. Can you explain this right here, the plus 3%, plus 8% on the check-ins?
So I'm planning strategically. I didn't finalize the exact plans yet, but so to answer that question, there's the way it works right now, and there's the way that I'm planning to update it to work. Essentially, just for everyone that's watching, it makes a lot of sense to be max sacrificed right now. So you 5 out of 5, 5 out of 5. Right now, if you are max sacrificed, the check-ins are not helping you like this, the streak, because the max speed that you're able to get is 4x, and you already get 4x if you're max sacrificed. So at the moment, that streak is not doing anything for you if you're already max sacrificed.
Right.
But I'm working on a change, or I'm thinking deeply about it. I'm thinking in depth to on the right move to make here so that it actually factors in these check-ins. So, I mean, to answer your question, the way that it works is as long as you interact with the protocol, like claim once a day, and you can see like the exact, if you scroll up a bit, your last check-in, it shows there. Scroll up just a tiny bit more. Yeah. So that last check-in time and the streak expires. So as long as, like in Peter's example, as long as he claims before March 22nd at 7:11 a.m. his time, he'll keep that streak going. And this will be something that's going to be factored in the near future. So you do want to stay active. Again, like when I was designing this protocol, it's something that I just came up with. It's experimental. It's something that I just, had an idea about, and I just kept elaborating on it and, figuring out how can I make this work and how can I make it the very best it could possibly be.
Yeah.
One aspect of that was how do we keep people active? And that was, where this kind of the streaks came from. But that's also where like the free mint came from, because, if we can get people, give them a taste for free and show people what we're all about, you can see we have 1,400 probably almost NFTs minted now. And let's see what we're at now. We were at 1,370?
We're 1,400
exactly.
Right on the money.
Like the speed that these NFTs are getting minted is it's blowing our minds, right? Just because I think we had 480 over the first 9 or 10 days, and now we've jumped up to 1,400. So almost another 1,000 just in the last half day. So truly incredible stuff.
So there's a lot of moving parts on here, everybody. But down here, if you go to the activity log, something that's really nice. So I've claimed a little bit off of mine so far. So this shows how much depth that you spent, total claimed, and your net position. So you can see, and I'll be documenting this journey over quite some time, but you'll see how quickly you can get this net position down to positive, because I've already claimed $159.73 worth of depth. And Aaron, that was a really cool thing that you told me, that this position here is based off the price and when you interact with it, not how the price fluctuates. So
100%.
That's really good.
Yeah. So let me elaborate on that a little bit, just to explain that to people. So all of those different items that you see in Peter's activity log there, the way that we're tracking this in our subgraph is as soon as you do an upgrade, or as soon as you do a sacrifice, or as soon as you claim, that's getting logged in the subgraph at the time that event happens. And it's also logging the USD value at that exact time. So what a lot of protocols do is they take a shortcut where they say, okay, well, you've spent 17,000 depth. Let's just multiply that by the current price. But that's not actually what you spent, because you spent it when the price was different. So ours is actually tracking the exact price at the time that you interact with the protocol. And if you want to just go to the homepage there, Peter, and show the burns. If you scroll down a bit there, a little bit more. So we're doing the exact same thing here, where we track the depth burned and the emissions.
Okay.
So that depth burned, we're not multiplying 467,000 times the current price. Every single burn that happened, we tracked the US dollar at that exact time. So that's actually the US dollar value that was burned, because let me just actually do the calculation on that right now.
See, this Aaron, is what I say. This chart right here, that's hard to argue with because of the amount burned versus emissions. It's almost, it's not almost, it is deflationary.
It is, yeah. So I just did the math on this. 467,000 tokens burned is actually $158,000 right now. Right. But because a lot of those tokens were burned at a lower price, we're actually, accurately tracking the exact values. So, So yeah, you guys can know that all the values that we're showing are not just estimates, they're actual, real US dollar values.
Look, we're 1407.
1407. Yeah, so we've gained 7 just in the last couple minutes. It's wild. Let's grab a couple comments from Abstract Portal chat. We got someone saying, I'm 10 days too late, now too pumped. It's
no, you're not.
What's your thought on that, Peter?
If I jumped in it right now, knowing what I know about this, there is no way I could sit on the sidelines with this, because with the way this token is deflationary, it is just it's too the tokenomics are too good to ignore. I mean, just too good to ignore.
Yeah, and we already had a comment here. It's not too late. It's actually early, like 100%. It's the first 10 days. Right?
Oh, you're extremely early. I mean,
when did this launch? 10 or 14 days ago, I think it looks like the LP launched.
Aaron, people see this and go, "Oh God, I missed out." No, you did not. No, you did not miss out. No, jump in.
Yeah, I mean, there was other people that were waiting for a pullback, and then they saw the explosion today and they jumped in, right? Like, so it's up to you. If you think it's going to pull back, it's up to you to wait, but you might end up, having to pay more. Yeah, another great comment. Supply is melting, price will moon soon. I mean, their supply shock is a real thing, right? Like, look at how many tokens we've burned versus how many tokens are in the LP. We burned 460,000 tokens have burned. The LP, I'm just looking at it right now.
Well, as well as I do, Aaron, when you burn tokens, and if you have that other big factor, it's called demand. Hello, now we're at 1411 souls minted. So so the two factors are there. So if you're watching and you're wondering, yeah, you're early. Hop in.
100%.
And you can get here too if you strategize correctly. Don't think this is out of reach, because it is not.
Got a comment from Bub Cuddles. Hello, Crypto Aaron. Hey, what's up? Then another comment here. Yes, but after this perk, guys, will sell your token for free. I mean, the free users are only getting 24 cents a day, right? So it's not going to cause a lot of sell pressure. And I think it's actually, I mean, there's method to our madness, right? The free users are coming in and they're going to see prices increasing. I need to start earning more depth. What do they do to earn more depth? They got to buy depth and upgrade and sacrifice. So it's all, a flywheel. It's again, supply shock.
For example, I just bought $20 in depth on the bond market, and I'm simply going to stick that in my pocket, and I'll gradually do that here and there until it's time to move up to the next level.
Yeah, I mean, actually, that's another really great point that I didn't even think of. A lot of guys are saving their rewards to upgrade to the next tier. So not everybody is just claiming and selling right away. Something else worth mentioning is that, because the main liquidity pair of depth is with GBlue, you can swap your depth to GBlue. Doesn't hurt the GBlue price. And you can, if you want to earn a different way, you can start earning with the GBlue ETH LP, right? It's all part of the same ecosystem. I mean, that's a big part of Peter's strategy. And I think that's a great strategy.
Yeah. So this right here, guys, what I'm doing. So because I dug into my LP, and basically this right here, this dollar figure right here, this is how much I dug out of my LP. Actually, it's this plus this, about $4,500. So once this is back down to net zero, my GBlue LP position will be fully replenished, and then I'll still have a very long time to
keep earning,
collect depth, and I've got some other strategies. The key to it is, you guys, keep your home base clean. Learn how to build your home base and figure out in another spot to draw rewards. And that's where you can get into like your ABX rewards, things like that. And then that way you can play ball, keep all this healthy and strong, and it only makes everything better.
Yep.
So
100%.
That's my 2 cents.
Millions in the chat. What's up, buddy? Depth is a beast.
He had another struggle today that we're going to have an online discussion about this. So Millions, I see you. And we're going to have to talk about this later on. And you already know what I'm talking about. So prepare your soul.
Can we have a gauge for LPs on website with Zapper? So this is something that actually we talked about a bit in the Telegram today.
Ooh, that's interesting.
Yeah, at first I was kind of against it just because like the protocol does own all the liquidity. We already have very thick liquidity. And, I kind of wanted to keep the focus for the community on the G Blue ETH LP. But the more I thought about it, the more I, chatted with a couple colleagues. Yeah, maybe a depth G Blue gauge makes sense. It gives people, for one, it's both of our ecosystem tokens. So it's like to farm ABX, you would have to take depth and you'd have to take G Blue. And we could set that up in a way where you don't pay tax on it. So I think there's some interesting things to look at there. So definitely something that we're going to explore. For now, I'd stick to earning ABX with the G Blue ETH, but in the future, we very likely could have a gauge on depth G Blue.
I like the ABX rewards, Aaron, personally. It's
Million says maxed out Bethial earlier, so chilling for a bit now. Yeah, a lot of guys did some pretty heavy upgrading today, so love to see it.
Yeah,
love to see it.
Tell you guys, don't be scared. Don't be scared. It's the best decision you'll make.
All right, what else should we cover for today?
So Aaron, all right, so you've got 2 bond markets going. How long will these bond markets last? Because I've got a few more transactions I want to do in here.
So if you zoom in a bit, you should be able to see the details there.
Oh, there it is. One's 2 weeks, one's 25 days. Perfect.
Yes. So let me explain this to you guys. Can you just zoom in a little bit just so the viewers can see that a little bit better? Yep. So the first market was created as a 30-day market with 200,000 tokens. Because of all the buy pressure that we had today, I wanted to get more tokens available for those that are looking to get into depth. So what I did is I created a second market with 100,000 capacity over 2 weeks. So the daily capacity of these two markets is the same, but one of them is just like a 30-day market where the other one's a 14-day market. So I think it works out to something like 6.6 thousand depth per day available in each market. So about 13,000 depth per day roughly. And yeah, as you can see that there's a 2-day vesting period on them, and you can see when the markets are going to end. And the price is dynamic, right? It's all based on supply and demand. If nobody's buying bonds, the discount grows. It also depends on the price of depth. If the price of depth goes up, the discount grows. If the price of depth drops, the discount shrinks. It's just purely based on what's the current price of depth and what's the supply and demand on the bond market. So, but yeah,
that's good. I will definitely be dipping into these coming up very soon. Very soon.
Well, yeah, bonds were going for 23, 24 cents yesterday, right? So all the guys that grabbed those bonds, they're laughing now, right? They've got these bonds that they're going to be able to redeem, tomorrow or the day after. And they got in them at, like I said, 21, 22, 23 cents because that was what the discount was at yesterday.
Yeah.
But, I think that's still really attractive. Guys, keep in mind that there's no tax on the bond, right? So if you buy this, so you're actually getting a 5% bigger discount than what it shows versus buying at open market. That's more like a 17% discount.
So 2 days ago, Aaron, with the price of depth and the way everything was going, I was gonna let's see. So right now, on the activity log, I'm at 4,000. Let's see, I'm at $4,360.91. And with the price going up on depth now, so I'm at $124.29 a day. Yeah, my LP will be replenished in 35 days now. So I've literally, with the price going up, have shaved 11 days off that trajectory, which is great. That is great. So I'm telling you guys, if you got an LP position in G Blue, don't be scared to dig into it. It is typically against my practice, but with something like this, with these tokenomics, I felt really, really strong about this, really, really strong.
So we got a great question in the Abstract Global Portal stream chat. It is, what happens after we farm our cap? Should we upgrade tier only, or we can reset our same tier cap? Great question. So there is a recharge feature. So once your cap is reached, you can recharge. The full details about this are in the docs, but the cost is 10% of your cap. So for example, Peter, your cap is at, what is your cap at?
It's I think 66,000.
Yeah. So for Peter to recharge, it would cost 6,600 depth. And you'd actually have to redo the sacrifices, but you wouldn't have to go through the upgrades all over again.
Okay.
So, yeah.
With the way it's going, that shouldn't be a problem.
This is really the perfect tokenomics. Got that comment. You know, it's it really makes me feel special, right? Because this is something that I just like came up with, and I just, I'm always thinking of different ideas, different ways to innovate, different ways to, kind of bring some activity to the chain, some activity to the ecosystem, and I really love hearing those comments.
We'll see, like with this, and I haven't looked at the GBlue chart yet, but you see, like there's one wallet 5E4810. Chances are, because like tomorrow, you'll see a sell for me, but right after you see a sell for me, you can go to the GBlue chart and you'll see a buy and a zap in to the GBlue LP. So, I mean, when you see sales on this, it might be somebody taking profit, but it might not be. It might be somebody flipping over into the GBlue LP.
Yep, 100%. Definitely.
Yeah, this is exciting, Aaron. This is one that's going to give some great content, some great multiple episodes on this. This is going to be good. I know Millions is going to be covering it. Richie's definitely going to be covered. I'll be covering it. So it's exciting, man.
There's so much more we can do with it too. I mean, there's so much more that we can expand on to the core protocol or another expansion that ties in with, depth and GBlue. We've already had a lot of ideas. Like Nick has been throwing all kinds of crazy ideas at me. I love crazy ideas, but like you've been throwing a lot of ideas at me, and some of them have been quite good. So, you guys know the pace that I build. So
holy hell, look at that. We're at 1422.
1422. I mean, we're minting nonstop here, right? It's absolutely wild.
We minted it. What have we done? 100 in the last hour?
Something like that, yeah.
Jeez.
Well, I know. Like we were just putting out the tweet for 1,000 mints just not long ago. And I know Nick was saying I better start preparing the 1,500 mints, right? And I was like, no, not that soon, but I mean, we're almost there now. It's absolutely crazy.
Hey, man, when you realize once you sacrifice your tokens, because I mean, everybody watching this chat knows what goes up must come down. It's gonna be kind of hard for it to go down, because when you look at the what is it, the homepage that shows the burns? Yes.
Yep.
You go down here and you see this
a little more
right there. Guys, you are extremely early. You're extremely early, because once that kicks in, the on-chain snapshot, if you're not buying now, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, exciting stuff. I mean, I don't know. Like when I wake up tomorrow, I think we must be beyond 2,000 mints, or who knows.
Call me Bond, depth Bond.
All right, guys. Well, anybody have any questions? I mean, this has been a super fun stream. Really want to thank Crypto Arborist Peter. Thanks for joining me. You made the stream a lot more enjoyable, and you have a great position to show off to everybody.
Yeah, so, man.
Really glad you're able to do that.
Good. Feels like old times there, Aaron, old buddy, old pal.
Yeah, we used to stream every week together. Man, I missed that.
Right.
We got a question. What was the Bond website? So
right here.
Just real quick. Yeah. So if you go to the swap page, it's actually right at, we can paste that into the chat if you want.
Yep, there you go.
Actually,
right there.
It's on the it's on the Abstract portal. The easiest way to find the the easiest way to find
gbluebonds.com.
Yeah, it's a pretty simple website. But on the swap page, there's a link to it right above the swap widget. Like if you go to the depth site,
go right here, go up here, guys, go to swap, and it's right there.
View bonds right there. Just keep in mind there is a 2-day vesting period on that. One cool thing though is, I mean, as you guys know, there's a 5% transfer tax on depth. So I know some guys want to set up multiple wallets. If you buy bonds, you can actually transfer those bonds to any wallet that you want without paying taxes. And then you can redeem those bonds on that second wallet. So if you're thinking about setting up.
So how does that work, Aaron? So when the bond redeems out, how do you transfer your bond?
Did you already buy bonds? Because I can show you.
Yeah, I just bought a $20 one.
Yeah, so go to portfolio up at the top.
Okay.
So click on it just to expand it.
Transfer. Okay.
So you have 70.44 depth worth of bonds. You could transfer as many or as little of those as you want to any wallet. And this is like the bond receipt token. So this has no tax. So, and also redeeming a bond has no tax. So if you were to, I mean, just to break it down super simple for you guys, if Peter were to redeem these bonds, he doesn't pay tax on that, but then to transfer that depth to a second wallet, he will pay tax on that. But if he transfers those bonds to that second wallet before he redeems, can then redeem on that second wallet without paying tax, right? So you can basically, if you want to move your depth around, you can basically transfer the bonds and avoid a 5% tax.
Yeah, this is so good, man. I'm probably going to wind up setting up a second wallet on this because I'm not going to miss out on this.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of guys are. And again, anybody that's AGW Gold, you already got your free mint. There's a second method to get a free position, right? That's through the Telegram bot. You can qualify for a second free position, right? So you can only get one through AGW Gold. You can only get one through the Telegram bot, but if anyone with AGW Gold can definitely get both of those on different wallets.
Right. It's too easy, man. It's way too easy.
Brett Hartman is always one step ahead.
Brett, the meme master.
Oh, this has been a super fun stream, guys. Anybody have any other questions? Or I think we've pretty much covered a lot of what I wanted to cover today. I think this is our first stream that we've ever done on a Friday night. But I mean, with all the excitement today, we just had to have a stream.
Yeah, and we went to the moon about a year and a half ago, but that was on a Friday. But now we're going to the ocean.
To the bottom of the ocean. Yeah, no, it's once again, I want to really welcome everyone that's new to the community. Like I said, our community's grown 3 times in size just in the last couple hours. So welcome everyone from Abstract. We're super happy to have you. And we hope you'll learn more about depth and the G Blue ecosystem. And, I've always said in the past, I think the G Blue ETH LP is, one of the best risk reward ratio, opportunities in all of crypto. I think depth is a insane, crazy addition to the ecosystem that's just going to add a ton of fuel to the fire, and a lot of great stuff we got available for you guys right now, and a lot more great stuff coming in the near future. So yeah, thanks everyone.
There's a lot that I'm telling you, man, and there's 5 influencers covering you right now, and it's going to multiply after this. So yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be really good. There's the G Blue chart looking great too.
This is one of the highest viewer counts I've ever seen too. We're up to 171 combined viewers.
Really? Wow.
127 on our G Blue X, 20 on my X, 11 on your X, and the rest are all on YouTube, and got a couple on Twitch as well. And we've got our Abstract Portal viewers as well.
Wow, amazing.
And that's not even part of that total that I just mentioned. So exciting stuff.
That is amazing. Good.
All right, guys. Well, thanks everyone for tuning in. And once again, thank you, Peter, for joining me. This is super fun.
Anytime, man.
Awesome. Well, everybody have a great Friday night. Enjoy your weekend. And don't forget to get your position upgraded and descend those depths. See you guys at the bottom.
Go to the bond market, guys. Take advantage of it.
Yep. See you guys there.